Mike, give us a little input on your background, where you grew up and everything.
Sure, I grew up in La Crosse. I was brought up in a house on Siler Lane, so behind the old Kmart, just underneath the bluffs. Went to school at Cathedral Grade School. Went to high school at Aquinas. And boy, those years were filled with running around the bluffs, duck hunting, deer hunting, and fishing as much as we could.
Yeah.
We enjoyed all parts of the river, but were limited by our ability to drive early on. So we spent most of our time down by Chut's Landing and Goose Island. From there we expanded up to Tremplow, and gosh, we even got to Bryce's Prairie when we had people that could drive us there.
Once you graduated from Aquinas, where'd you go?
I went to school at UW-Madison. I left the city and I swore to goodness I'd never come back to La Crosse.
But you eventually did, didn't you?
I did. Well,
tell us about that.
Well, I left for, I spent 8 years at Madison between medical school and undergraduate, and then spent time in Cincinnati. And in Cincinnati, and I had spent some time also in California, and I realized what we had in the upper Midwest was something special, and especially in La Crosse. It's the kind of beauty, it's the type of area that you can only appreciate, or maybe better appreciate, once you've left it, seen other parts of the country and came back.
And it's just so beautiful here.
Oh, it's incredibly beautiful. And you add that to the family, then friends that still live in the area, and you realize, boy, it was a no-brainer coming back, and we've been back 23 years now. And
Mike, you were a general surgeon at Gunderson Lutheran?
I was a surgeon at Mayo.
Mayo?
A general surgeon there, yep.
Oh, okay. And it's kind of interesting. What happened a few years ago?
Well, April of 2021, I was clearing out my deer stand, and I had a small tree snap back and hit me in the right eye, and I lost all my vision in that eye.
Oh, wow.
So it gradually improved, but never to the point where I could return to surgery. And so here I am a year and a half later, trying to make the best of a kind of a crummy situation.
And what are you doing now? But
oh my gosh, probably the most important thing is reconnecting with friends and family. I think Julie, my wife, appreciates me being around a little bit more. I've been able to pay more attention to the kids and help them in their transitions to college. Probably most importantly, or equally importantly, is time I spend with my parents. They still live in the house I grew up on Siler Lane. I still, up until a month ago, was visiting them on a very regular basis, and really reconnected with them in a way that I couldn't have done as a surgeon. And
what are you pursuing now? Lo and behold.
So I am enrolled at WWTC in the welding program.
Why welding?
I am just fascinated with building things. I've always done wood and nails and tree stands, and the thought of gluing or putting metal together is so intriguing to me. And beyond that, I've got some ideas about things to build, trapping things, hunting things.
Sure.
Maybe even some innovative fishing things. But I guess it's a fascination I first noticed when I was in grade school. I had a friend whose dad was a welder at WWTC, and until I had the time, it was just no way I was going to be able to do it.
And when did you start there at TC?
September of this year.
And 2-year program?
What I'm in is a basic welding program, so it's a year, a little bit less.
Okay, and you like it?
I I love it, and I'm frustrated with it, and I hate it. It's hard to start over. You go from the top of your game with experience, knowledge, and confidence, and you go to the lowest part, the lowest level of learning again. And you're among kids who are, some of them have welded, so it's very humbling to start from scratch, but I've persevered with the help of some super good instructors.
And what do you intend to do after you graduate?
Well, I'm going to take the slow path to graduation, so I'll know more in a year, but I think I will continue to weld as a hobby. My dear bride has a project already for me to build a table.
Well, that comes after you do your deer hunting stands and your trapping equipment and everything else, right?
Well, I don't know. I think I can do both together.
Mike, you're just a great guy. Great guy. We didn't get any beaver today, and it's unreal. A general surgeon, and now I'm going to be a welder.
I know.
What's all your friends say?
I think most of them are
happy for you.
They're surprised, but also impressed that I would take on something like this. And a handful of them have expressed an interest in doing it. And I would say anybody who's interested in learning should not shy away from it, despite your age, your experience, and it's worth the effort.
That's right. And no matter what happens in our lives, there's always something we can do, right, Mike?
Absolutely. And I would say in my case, as bad as my accident was, it could have been much worse. And despite that, I still enjoy life to its fullest extent, and I enjoy every day I can.